Blaine, after the practice tonight, Coach talked about a parable of the eagle and such. And what do you guys take from that discussion for this football team as you head into Friday night's game?
I mean, New Pal's no joke. They're a beatable team. Everybody's beatable in my mind. But the parable, it speaks volumes about like how it was last year versus how it was this year and what they're trying to do with the program. And I think that's just really like amazing how well something can relate like that. And we got to take what Coach tells us to do, what he teaches us, and we got to execute in the game, execute in practice, everything like that.
You know what? You started as a freshman last year. You know what happened with the program last year. What do you see in the differences between a year ago at this time and right now?
I mean, it's a whole different mindset than last year. Seniors are definitely stepping up a lot more, trying to help the lower classmen. I'm doing as much as I can to help linemen. Everybody's more together this year, and the coaches are more involved in my mind than last year.
And then did that make last week the loss a little more disappointing? And you get out to the 16-0 lead, and I understand it happens. Other teams are able to come back and such. It's just part of sports. But did that make it a little more disappointing?
Yeah, definitely. Came into the game underestimating our opponent. We should have never have done that in the first place. We got to learn from our mistakes, and we're not the same team as last year. No team's ever going to be the same 2 years in a row. So we just got to take what we learned, not underestimate our opponents, go from there, and work to get better, strive to get better than last year.
Attitude is a huge thing, and you probably know that better than anybody because you're right in the middle of the whole thing. What's the attitude of this football team right now, especially after last week?
I mean, we're all disappointed. We got to not pick it up, but we got to execute more. We were all disappointed, but we got to move on. That was last week. We got to focus on weeks coming up. We have Harrison last game. We have New Pal this week, most important game of the year. We just got to keep our minds straight, keep our heads in the game. You can't get down.
It does say a lot about a character of a football team. I mean, getting down, but do you get back up? Do you guys talk about character?
Oh, yeah, definitely, all the time. You got to integrity of the players, integrity of the coaches, everyone like that. You got to be in the right mindset for a game. You can't let yourself get down. You can't get down on your players. It's a team effort. You can't single anyone out.
You, by the way, barring an injury, and I hope that never happens to you, could be one of the few four-year starters at center in the history of Richmond football. It doesn't happen that often. What did you learn about last year that's helping you to be a better center this year?
I definitely learned a lot of technique from our coaches and how to handle game days. Friday, that was probably one of the most important things in my mind last year, knowing what I'm getting into this year. It's just an amazing feeling knowing that coaches can trust me like that for 4 years and get back on the field every year and play the game I love.
You know, that's a lot of pressure, though, for freshmen last year, and you know, everything starts with you. You know, you're the one snapping the football, but it seemed like you handled it very well.
Oh, yeah. You can't get down on yourself. You can't get worried about it. Everybody on the field puts their pants on the same way, puts their pads on the same way. We're all in high school. You can't let the scale of the team get down on, like, the player in front of you.
You had to have loved the atmosphere, though, last week. I think that's what I always expect Richmond football to be like, a great crowd, and the band was into it, the fans were into it, the student section was here. It had to feel really good.
Oh, yeah, it was great to see all the fans involved in it again. I know last year wasn't the best year with our fans, but it's great to see that we have the bleacher creatures back, tailgates before, band, everybody's in it. It's just an amazing feeling to know that Richmond's slowly coming back to our football program.
All right, you know New Pal. I mean, bottom line is it's a different animal. You play over there, and that's a football program that has just done some amazing things. I don't think they've lost a regular season game in 37, so they've got a streak on the line. What do you know about them as you go into this one Friday?
I know they're going to go out there, hit you in the mouth first play of the game, try to impose their will. We just got to go out there, know what we're getting up against, but don't let that scare us. We got to get out there, execute, keep the coaches taught us, and study film, get your scouting reports done, do everything you can to prepare for the game, and execute what the coaches taught you in the game.
You really want to give yourself a chance to win in that fourth quarter, don't you?
Yeah, always. what happened on last Friday, we got down on ourselves. It was a bad feeling in the fourth quarter, knowing that we were going to go to overtime and we let them come back for 2 touchdowns. But you can't get down on yourself. You have to be conditioned for 4 quarters, and we just got to pick it up. You got to get better every week, every day, prepare for the fourth quarter, do overtime, gashers, whatever we need to do to get ready.